Don't sweat the small stuff. It's not some sort of new antiperspirant that gives you 24-hour or 48-hour protection and avoids uncomfortable rings around your armpits. It's a sort of philosophy that was encapsulated in a book by Richard Carlson, which basically just means focus on stuff that gives you a little bit of peace of mind and calmness and let go of a few things that are not really that important. We follow 5 fairly simple steps Carlson puts forward. You'll probably have a better life. The first one is to choose your perspective about the stress that you have in your life. Sometimes people over focus on absolute nonsense and it causes them lack of sleep and anxiety. And it's not even worth it really. So just focus on important things rather than absolute nonsense. The next step is practicing a bit of mindfulness and presence. This might sound a bit woo-woo, but all you're really doing is making peace with imperfection. You don't have to constantly make sure that your skirting boards are cleaned down with a cloth or that you're focusing on putting a garnish on top of your tea that evening. Just focus on something that's imperfect and you can happily live with it and move forward without too much stress. The third point is to pick your battles wisely. You don't need to get engaged in some sort of confrontation with a 5-year-old because they're not using the correct knife and fork, or get in battle with someone who's not put adequate spacing in a document in Word. It's absolutely pointless and it just causes a lot of aggravation. If it's something important, it might be worth battling, but 90% of the time it's a complete waste of time and just consumes your energy in an unnecessary way. The fourth point is to be a bit more focused on gratitude and positivity. Don't focus on the negative things that might happen in your life. You've got to wake up each morning and be pretty pleased that you're still breathing. You've got a family and friends and a shelter. If you're worried and focused on whether you've got not enough tread on your car tyre or whether there's weeds growing in your block pavement, it's completely ridiculous and it's not even worth your energy. Be grateful for the things you have and don't worry about things you don't have. The fifth and final point is just to let go of ego. Sometimes you might do something and you want a pat on the back like some sort of lapdog, where someone else might have taken the credit for something, you feel a little bit aggrieved. Most of the time, it's absolutely irrelevant. Nobody cares. So you should just let them get on with it. You focus on the things that makes you happy. If they take a little bit of credit for something, let them have it. It doesn't really matter. So to go over those 5 points again, choose the perspective of stress and don't get too worried about things that are pointless and absolutely trivial. Focus on a bit of presence and mindfulness. Sounds a little bit woo-woo, but you can focus on imperfection and live. The third thing is pick your battles wisely. Don't get entangled in absolute negativity with some sort of knob. The fourth point is to gratitude everything that you really are grateful for. There's a lot of stuff that you're never going to have. There's a lot of stuff that you don't have to worry about, but be thankful for the stuff you've got and your health. And the fifth thing is to focus on yourself and don't worry about ego and whether people are getting one over on you and any sort of glory that somebody else might be having. It doesn't matter in the great scheme of things. And if you live by those 5 principles, you're probably going to have a less stressful and more rewarding life.